Started?
Recording?
Alright, so this is part 4, game number 4, the last game of this series.
ZvZ against Bioice. Bioice.
Exactly.
Okay.
Okay, call it 5
Three.
seconds.
At 5 seconds start. 3, 2, 1, play.
Alright, so, scouting close spawn again.
Always.
Hopefully he's not close spawn this time. I don't think he is this time. Nope, he's cross spawn. Good.
Yeah, he's crossed. You just ruined it for everyone, but
Alright, so at this point of the game, it's very important to keep up with drone count. Gotta spam D as much as you can. Don't miss it by 25 minerals, you look bad.
yep. Oh, you're ahead of him by 5 minerals.
5?
Yeah.
Oh, 5 minerals. Thought you meant 5 seconds. That would be ridiculous.
Oh, now you guys are tied. Now he's ahead of you. Not good. Your
Yeah, but my drone stacking's better.
Your APM is like 3 times his.
Oh, that's good. That accounts for more minerals.
Yeah, I know.
Okay, so once again on this map, I'm going to be 15 hatching. Because he can spawn in 3 locations on this version of Antigua, you have to make sure that your overlords are in the pathway of his zerglings, if they were to come to you earlier at a 10 pull or a 14 pull, so that you can see them as early as possible. So what I do with this first overlord on the right hand side is I try to go to the side of his base, and the reason I do... Oh, that's perfect, I saw his drone, that really helps. Never mind.
See where he is now.
Yeah, what I was going to say is I try to clip the edge of his base so that if I see the creep, I can know he's there, and if not, then I don't have to waste my time going into his base, I can just shoot down to the south side. But it's irrelevant at this point, I already know where he came from, so this is good for me.
Here we are now.
Now the nice thing about seeing a drone scout is most of the time he's doing it because he wants to be safe. So I can assume at this point that he's 15 hatching. Because if you 14-14 and you drone scout, it doesn't really make much sense. It's the safest build, so why are you trying to scout for safety? Usually that scout is to find if the guy's 10 pulling you.
You're totally moving your overlord in the wrong direction.
Oh, am I?
Yep. But now
Ooh,
you,
wow.
now you should know. Because you see his other one.
Why do I send it down there? Okay, I see his drone go that way. Okay, now I know. That was a little silly. Maybe I assumed he like nine scattered or something.
Yeah, and then he would have got cross first. Like, close positions first. From 6 or 8 o'clock.
But anyways, the good news is even if he templed me, like I said, as long as you keep your overlord in the pathway, I would have seen the zerglings come. So that wouldn't have been too bad. So at this point, even though I'm blind, I do assume that he's 15 hatching, which is why I don't build zerglings yet. You can see I'm still droning up because my logic behind it is if someone wants to be safe, that means he 15 hatched. Okay, so these are going to be my first 2 zerglings. I delayed them as much as I can. They're just going to be a little scout. And this is different from the last game because I actually don't know when his speed is. So I actually have to be even more cautious because I don't know if he's going to have an early speed or a late speed like me. So I really just have to play according to what he wants to show me. So at this point.
So since you're taking a relatively late speed to normal builds, you might as well just play safe just in case, right?
Yeah. Well, I do it because I don't want to go banelings anyways. That's why I don't get my early gas. I usually don't like banelings. So at this point, still blind, so I'm just macroing up, and I'm building this reactionary spine crawler just because I am so blind and I don't know what's coming yet. So this is going to be my first scout, and I see 4 zerglings, so that's really good because they look like very defensive 4 zerglings, and I'm going to look at saturation, and I notice that his saturation is quite low, but it also could just mean he didn't transfer that many drones. So I'm just going to create a little bit of a wall here, just to be safe. I'm going to get my roaches anyway, so that rotorn is going to go down regardless. And at this point, I'm just going to try to drone as much as I can and be as greedy as much as I can until I notice what he wants to do. So this is the first sign. I know now that he got his gas earlier than me, but it doesn't really look like much of a threat yet because he hasn't showed me like 10 lings. You know, these 4 lings could literally just be for the sake of 4 ling scouting. So I don't know if he's going banelings yet, and I don't know if he's going roaches yet. So this is why I waited for my roach warren instead of panic built lings here. It's because he didn't show me anything. So I probably would have taken some damage if he actually ran 20 lings at this point, waiting for the roach warren to go up. But, you know, all I would have done is put my 2 queens onto the ramp, transfer all my drones, and all I would have lost is drone mining timing. So it wouldn't have been so bad. Alright. So what I like to
Spines
do...
are just for safety here?
Yeah, I was going to say, I've already chosen my strategy. What I like to do in scenarios like this, okay, especially because I just saw that, this is so good for me. I know for sure he's being defensive. So I actually already predicted that, and the reason why I predicted that is because he only sent 4 lings, so I kind of felt like he was doing it for scouting. So because he saw me go roaches at this point, and is assuming me to go roaches, I switch up my strategy and I do a very high-tech strategy. So this essentially, what I'm doing here, that, as you can see how fast I layer teched and how fast my gases were, this is like going mass baneling ling with spine crawlers into Muta ZvZ style. But I have roaches in the mix, so it's kind of a way to throw him off. But it's also something you can do reactionary in ZvZ. If you know that he's going to be all-inning you, then with roaches and lings and stuff like that, it's better to go roaches at this point, because then you just transition into speed roaches and you overcome him once you defend. And if he doesn't transition into an all-in like that, he's kind of unsure as to why you have roaches, and then you just translate that into going Mutalisks. So as I can see here, he's definitely going roaches. He has a lot higher of a count than I do, and I also know that he's trying to expand behind this. So he's trying to produce a lot of units here on tier 1 and trying to expand behind it. But the advantage I have, which is why I don't have to panic build my expansion at this point, is a lot better tech than him, and the exact tech that's going to be difficult for him to defend 3 locations at once.
Probably assume your ecom's better at this point as well.
So this is really good. I'm going to counter an econ build with tech, and at this point he's just going to try to fight me here, and it's really going to be a mistake. You should not be doing this. I have way more than enough spine crawlers here, and once these banelings are rid of, I can even pull my drones if need be, which I'm pretty sure I should do if I wanted to be safe. Oh, no, don't even have to. Never mind. He didn't even have enough units.
Let's
So
do a time check.
10 minutes.
Okay, I'm going to pause. Tell me when you're at. Count it up.
7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12,
Okay, we're
13.
back.
Okay, so this is really good for me because he has no way of knowing that I went Mutalisks behind this. And like I said, I'm countering tech with the ability to, I'm countering low tier econ build because he has the earlier third with more tech. So at this point, he's kind of thinking all I have to do is produce roaches and lings to defend this. But what he's going to find out really soon is I also have Mutalisks. So as you can see, even my roach count is better than his because that attack that he did was just absolutely bad. And these Mutalisks coming here is simply going to be GG. There's absolutely nothing you can do at this point. I have too many roaches for him to handle, and I have the perfect tech. He has no way of getting Hydralisks or Infestors at this point, and there's no way of him building enough spore crawlers without me doing a lot of damage at this point. So that's just GG right there.
You just dominated him that game.
Yep.
Well, that was an interesting ZvZ.
Mm-hmm.
All right, so that's part 4.
Hope you guys enjoyed it. If you enjoy this
Comment.
part 4 game series, then please comment and check out part 1, part 2, and part 3.
Part 1, part 2, and part 3 are in VOD form on.
Yep, they're about an hour long.
I think YouTube's better. We'll see what the feedback
We'll
is.
see.
Okay.